Hello everyone, I'm Gareth the Masterman74 back again today, and welcome to the continuation of the Halo campaign evolved playthrough. This level is Assault on the Control Room, and as the length of the video may suggest, this is a bit of a longer one, so I've got to find some sort of stuff to talk about. Now thankfully there's no dialogue in this intro cutscene, we just see the grunts run off when they see the Pelican, the aerial insertion from underground, completely unexpected. But as the gameplay gets started here, I would have been your daddy, but something, forget what the rest of that is. Obviously that was the, skull, where you get sort of rare dialogue happen more likely. But as you're seeing the gameplay here, we actually sort of run around this starting area because I had the thought that if there's going to be like a skull or a terminal around here, then this is the place where it would be. And of course, the fruits of our labour were nothing. There was actually no hidden skulls in this area, at least as far as we could tell. So, should mention this as well, I'm doing this post-commentary on the same day that I did the post-commentary for part 4 of the playthrough, which was the last level. And so yeah, I don't really have anything else to really add or, contract to what was said in the previous playthrough part. Although I do want to expand on something that I was talking about while we sort of run around here and my brother's trying to find some Covenant weapons, that I talked about getting Destiny 2 on PC, and I didn't really go into any details about why, and so let me explain what I wanted to in the previous video but didn't really have the time to explain. I didn't have time to explain why I didn't have time to explain, if you know what I mean. But the crux of it is, there's someone making a mod that allows you to access the content of Destiny 2 that was vaulted into the Disney Content Vault, or the Cinematic Verse, or whatever you want to call it, the DCV, whatever good abbreviation or expansion of the abbreviation you can think of. No, but what that person was able to do was figure out a way to gain access to the vaulted content by essentially you getting an old version of Destiny 2 through Steam and the Steam sort of depot and manifest stuff. So at this point in time, I'm actually trying to download one of the depots that's needed. Specifically, it's one that is about 90 gigabytes in size. I have absolutely no idea how far along the download is, because I'm trying to monitor the hard drive space. But the thing is, that doesn't really help, because I was trying to time it as well, but it seemed as if the drive went from having, for example, 70 odd gigabytes free to 90 odd gigabytes free for seemingly no reason. So, yeah, and there's no way to check the download progress or anything as far as I can tell, so yeah, I'm just sort of sitting here waiting for it to download, and that was a good stick from James, I have to admit. It sounds like there's a sword guy, and I think I stuck that sword guy that time, so that's pretty good. Having a good time sticking the enemies and turrets and ting, as I like to say now, and ting instead of whatever. But anyway, so as James takes the energy sword, I'm just sitting here waiting for this Destiny 2 old version of one of the depots to download. I have no idea how long it's going to take. It's already been going for probably around 6 hours at this point, or 5 hours maybe, I don't know, but either way, it's probably still going to take another few hours, especially as I'm trying to upload part 4 of the Halo campaign evolved playthrough, which was actually the previous part. If you can't read the numbers, and I can't speak as per usual. But I heard the sword elite, and I thought he was going after James, but he circled back around and killed me, so that's probably the second or third time in the entire playthrough that I've died to a camouflaged sword elite, and my brother's been suicidal going in and trying to sword him. He actually succeeded, so good for James. And I decided to try and go back and get my stuff, because, I don't know, I thought I had good stuff for some reason. Oh, the Magnum, that was what's good. But yeah, get the plasma pistol and assault rifle when you spawn in. Oh, and you might have heard there's actually a little sort of dip in the game volume. I think that might have happened once or twice in the playthrough so far. that's actually in the video recording itself. I don't think there's literally nothing I can do about it at this point in time because, you know, it's part of the actual video that I recorded, and I'm not going to go back and record the video footage again, just because I don't really need to or want to. So there's going to be very minor issues like that which can't be resolved. And speaking of issues with the playthrough so far, I mean, oh my god. I think part 1 had issues with the audio. I think I mentioned earlier I had to watch part 1 like 5 times just to make sure the audio was okay. And that wasn't the YouTube video, by the way, that was like the raw video file. And just looking at my brother, and he's gonna act like a complete idiot in a moment and give everyone an epileptic seizure, so just warning guys. He's trying to crouch while spinning it in 360 circles. Damn it, James, why'd you have to be like that? I tried to punch him to like tell him, stop it, we've got to get going. No, so he was doing that. I completely whiffed on the punch there. And then James wakes him up. You still kill him though. Hopefully in a stealthy enough way. So, as I said, I'm trying to upload and download at the same time. It's not working too well. According to YouTube, the video is not even at the point where it says it's going to be like 3 hours until it's complete, so... Oh yeah, and the other thing as well about the downloading of the old sort of Destiny 2 content thing is that I have no sort of indication of how long the download's been going for, or how long it's going to take, or like the percentage progress of how much of it is actually done or not. Don't actually know if there's any way to check, but yeah, it's just something that's going to take as long as it's going to take, I think, and I really don't want to be staying up until midnight or, God forbid, try and go to sleep and leave my computer on while the download tries to actually complete. And that's all because I thought that I could download like 90 gigabytes or however long or however large the file size actually is in the matter of a few hours, and it didn't work. So as you see, I'm trying to get the Marines to get into the Wraith. One of them blew up and the Marines are just not entering the Wraith, and we got blown up. And of course that Chips Dubbo asshole had to say the Warthog was gone instead of the Spartans. So yeah, we lost the Warthog because the Marines didn't want to enter the passenger seat, so nearly got hit again there. So tried to tell my brother, just get into the passenger seat and let us just drive around and try to kill the Wraith, which is like right in front of us at this point, and just see how good or bad it is. Taking a lot of bullets. Taking a hell of a lot of bullets. Thankfully there's no like overheating on the actual Warthog turret, even though it looks like it should be overheating, but yes, we ended up taking that guy out. I think we're gonna kill that jackal for being a pest and then carry onwards until we get to the oh, I think I hit that guy. I didn't kill him. I killed that guy though, that jackal. But a scorpion tank, Cortana says. And there's even more Marines. So yeah, as we're going to see here, I decide to dip out. There is a rocket launcher, so I think I tell James about that. And I'm going to go ahead and take the scorpion tank, because of course I'm player 1 and I need to take the good shit in this playthrough. So you get sort of guidance about how to use the scorpion. Now I was thinking it was more like Halo 1, at least at first, where you had the ability to fire the actual tank cannon but also the turret. It seems as if they've made it so the turret is its own separate instance, so there's a Marine in the turret using the turret instead of me using the turret and the sort of main scorpion tank at the same time. So saw there was guys shooting over there, so I ended up you know, shooting at the ghost or whatever, or that little rock to blow up all the enemies. So at this point we're just going to go into the next area. I'm taking it very cautious because yeah, stuff like that can happen where the tank just, I don't know, you can't move forward. But I'm going to try and take out the Wraiths, and I think my brother's trying to be in a ghost, trying to take out whatever he can. He's trying to take on a Wraith by himself, and good for him. I was there to clear up, finish him off, mop him up if you will, finish him off or whatever. There is another Wraith up top, and I don't remember if there was a skull or something up top in the Master Chief Collection, or you know, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary I should say. But you know, we don't go ahead and check in this version of the game, we just carry on to where we're supposed to go to. Sort of keep an eye out for any enemies, and of course our best friends, the one series of enemies we die to a lot, the hunters. So trying to use the tank to kill them very easily, and so yeah, the guy says we're clear, so we end up going into, you know, the underground passage here. And I don't think my brother realises that we actually need to interact with the panel. No, he does. He understands that I don't want to get out the tank to push the button to then carry on and make progress. So I think a pretty funny moment actually coming up, and kind of had a little laugh about this when it happened. But when this door opens up, you're going to see what happens here. My brother sees an elite, so he splatinates him, and he kills himself. He drives the ghost off the edge, and I think the act of James destroying that ghost by killing himself actually got me an achievement. So James got me an achievement for Kermitting, which is just hilarious. He drove the ghost off the edge because he tried to splatter a guy and it backfired, so now he's on a foot trying to deal with the Covenant forces here without any vehicle. Now I'm trying to head off to the right here because I was remembering the Master Chief Collection. It's Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, that's what I mean. Because yeah, my brother, at least in some of the later parts, was playing Halo 4 I think through the Master Chief Collection, and so he was fumbling with the buttons and throwing grenades when he shouldn't, and you know, causes all sorts of stupidness. But my brother's in a spot of bother here. Looks like he's going to get killed in a second. He gets killed in a second, and his body got blown off the bridge. Thankfully I was so far back that he was able to respawn without any issues. So yeah, just trying to play Halo Combat Evolved's Anniversary now. Talking bullshit, I don't know what I'm saying. I think I was talking about the fact that in Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary there was a pipe or something in this section, and if you go to the end of it there is a skull, but it looks like there's no sort of pipe in this version in Campaign Evolved. So at this point we're getting out on the other side, and going to be more guys to shoot at, more guys to kill, more nonsense to spew before we end up getting, you know, to a part where we get to talk about something a bit different, hopefully. But yeah, so I don't really have anything else to talk about, which is the big problem with doing so many post commentaries in quick succession, is I don't really have any other sort of things that I could really effectively talk about or anything to do to make this interesting, at least for me at the time of making this video, because as I said in the previous part, I feel like I've been slacking with the production of this playthrough and doing the post commentaries and stuff, and at the rate that I think I'm going at, I'm not going to be able to complete it for the month of August even though I want to. So I'm trying to, you know, do more post commentaries to then be able to render more videos to then be able to upload in a more consistent fashion. That way the playthrough does end up getting completed before the end of August. And something I want to do as well is do different style of videos amongst the playthroughs. I know I haven't done that so far, at least at the time of doing this post commentary for part 5 of the playthrough, but it's just something I want to do going forward, is have a video or two to upload amongst the playthrough of Halo Campaign Evolved. And if you see, my brother's actually been able to steal a Wraith, so he's trying to use the Wraith here, and I've always found the Wraith a bit awkward to use because you have to angle the shot up more than you might expect, because it's one of those that it it's like a mortar in a sense. It arches through the air, whereas the Scorpion tank here is just like a straight shot. You point it where you want to shoot and then fire, and then you blow everything up and happy days. Trying to take on the hunters and all the other vehicles, I can't say that was going particularly well for me. But yeah, I think coming up is where we have to leave the Scorpion tank, unfortunately, just because the way the level's designed prohibits you from taking the tanks any further forward than here. And I think I should mention as well, this level is actually another level, at least in Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, and I think Halo 1 as well, where there's a speedrun tactic, and I think it's even the Lasso Legendary All Schools On tactic, where there's the bridge. I think on the higher difficulties there's banshees that fly around, so you kind of have to lure a banshee to flip upside down to eject the driver, so then you can steal the banshee and fly through like the canyon we've just gone through, even through to this area and beyond, with 0 enemies, because you can do that, because it doesn't sort of, you sequence break the mission, so to speak. And that guy just got exploded on my screen, if you saw that, by the hunters. Again, more hunters. But yeah, I don't think we even attempted any sort of level skips or anything in this. I think there's a level skip in the level keys, because I saw someone do like a speed run of the level in like 3 minutes, so I can only assume that there's some sort of skip you can do. But yeah, didn't go for any sort of tricks or any sort of speedrun shenanigans. That's why this video is like half an hour long, and I've still got another 20 minutes of the post commentary to record, and it's just oh god, it's just taking so long. I just want it to be over already, but nothing short of creating an AI of my voice is going to make this any better for me to do. Now, I heard a guy, sounded like a sword guy, and James spotted him and killed him, so thanks James. Really appreciate your you know, efforts to keep me alive. It's very much appreciated, even if I can't necessarily do that in return like that. But there's rockets here, so I think I'm debating whether I should take them or not. Bear in mind I just took the sniper, but I think for reasons I decide to stick with the sniper for what's coming up next. Don't know if that's going to be a smart decision, we'll see. Bearing in mind, I do believe we get another Wraith in this area. Yeah, the Covenant are really fortifying this control room. They don't want us getting close to it. So that's sort of what we have to contend with. And James got splatinated by the ghost. Damn. Someone's using the ghost on Snowbound and it killed him. I don't know if we made that comment as we was playing this, or saying that guy's a cheater or something, or a scumbag. But yeah, I think there is achievements in this to actually hijack vehicles, and James nearly died there again if it wasn't for me sniping the driver out. But the impact of the ghost hitting him was enough to you know, nearly kill him, put him down to like 1 HP. Pretty scary. And I think that did not count as a hijack, because the grunt died before I actually managed to get into the ghost. He's a bit finicky like that, but I tried to go down here because I remember there being some good stuff. Turns out there's an overshield down there, and yeah, I get out. There's an overshield on James's side as well, so that's good. We end up having that for whatever's coming up next. And now we just got to go up and see what we're dealing with. Was there a Wraith? I don't think there was, actually, in retrospect. I think I'm getting that confused with 2 Betrayals. I know in 2 Betrayals there's a Wraith in that in this section in that level. No scoped the grunts out the turrets, trying to take out the take out the Covenant. My brother gets into a ghost and tries to help. And I'm trying to take out the Banshee with the sniper, which would be good if this was like Halo Reach, but in Halo Campaign Evolved it's not really an effective strategy, so I'm like, come on James, get over here. I'm going through, I don't want you to teleport out of nowhere. But I think he's on his way now. And yeah, he leaves the ghost behind. And he teleports, just like that. Oh yeah, my throat's starting to kind of hurt already, and we've got another 17 minutes. Well, it's actually not 17 minutes, because there's a cutscene at the end of the level, so I can shut up for that so you can listen to it. So I need to think of something to talk about for, let's say, 10 minutes at least. And sort of give you something to listen to while we destroy a bunch of Covenant. So I talked about earlier the sort of Destiny 2 content vault sort of thing that you can access. Apparently, alongside that, or sort of parallel to that, I actually heard that someone has made a version of Destiny 1 playable on PC. And if you're wondering why we're talking about Destiny stuff, well, bearing in mind Halo was formerly a Bungie IP, and Bungie, you know, the developers of Destiny, Destiny 2, excuse me, and Marathon, but we don't talk about Marathon here, as my brother just induces another epileptic seizure. I can't talk, I'm sorry guys. He's being an idiot, a stupid bee, if you know what I'm talking about. Just doing that 360 turning in that elevator. Trying to sort of kill someone by doing that. Not fun. But here we tried to kill the grunts while they're sleeping to make our lives easier. So yeah, I saw someone, or at least a video from someone, who suggested that someone made a version of Destiny playable on PC. Now I don't know what that's going to entail, if it's going to be sort of like the Destiny 2 content vault thing that I talked about earlier, where I think for that, if I haven't mentioned it already, it's not going to include any mechanics or any enemies, it's just going to be exploration. And my brother just got killed by something. I didn't watch what happened, he probably got killed by a grunt or something, if I have to guess. Or the elites. But yeah, I was talking about Destiny 1. I don't know if that's going to be the same thing, where it's just the locations you can access, or if it's actually going to be like the game itself, that it's actually playable and there's mechanics and NPCs and loot to get. It's something to look into for sure. And I know regarding the sort of end of life of Destiny 2, which is something I did want to do a video talking about my history of Destiny and Destiny 2, and why I ended up stopping playing Destiny 2 for so long. But yeah, part of what I wanted to do with that video was sort of I don't know, what was I going to say? It was something about Destiny 2. But yeah, I don't feel like I got screwed over with Destiny 1 as opposed to Destiny 2. But at least it would be nice to go back to some of the cut locations, or sorry, the vaulted locations in Destiny 2 when the mod that I've been sort of keeping an eye out for becomes available, which it said is just in a few more days, or later this week at the time of this post commentary. So who knows when it's actually available, and I hope that the stuff that I want to download actually fully downloads for the mod becomes available, and then I can just look up what you need to do to play it, and maybe do a stream where I go through all of the vaulted locations, because that would be cool. But yeah, being able to play Destiny 1 on PC, I don't know if it's going to, you know, have all of the mechanics and stuff, as I said. I don't know, I have to look into that. But at least it goes to show that you can actually play, you know, games as a service style games in a sort of offline private server environment. So it should go to show companies like Bungie that there are in fact ways that your game can be preserved in a legal fashion. And I died to a sword guy, which is really stupid, but I think I blew him up with a plasma grenade, so, you know, I tell my brother to just like get out of there and let me respawn, because I want to get my stuff back. Because I think I saw rockets, and I'm hearing something like something that's stuck in the ground kind of thing. Don't know what that's all about. But yeah, there's rockets here. So I'm thinking if they're giving us rockets, they're gonna want us to use them. So anyway, we follow the way out. I think I end up going the wrong way because the marker pointed... No, that is the right way. It's because we was on the other side of that door, and I think this is where we need to go. So So yeah, I'm getting all confused here. Sorry, that's my bad. So yeah, this is the other side of the bridge, because we was on the other side of the bridge just a moment ago. Now we've got to go down this way to go through the exit in front of us to take us to the approach to the control room. So we're kind of nearing the end of the level. It's just that there's the cutscene to get through as well, which might take a few minutes. So I've probably got about another less than 10 minutes to keep talking about something or anything. So yeah, I kind of forgot what I was talking about in regards to Destiny and Destiny 2. I did say I wanted to do a video, yes, that is true. But it's just going to talk about my history and the sort of content that I played, when I played it, why I stopped playing Destiny 2, what got me back into it, and just sort of thoughts about the sort of activities you can do in the game, and it's all that sort of stuff. And being able to play the vaulted content, or at least to show it off, is going to be something I think is going to be pretty interesting. And so, as I said, yeah, has live stream potential if I can actually get it working. I'm working on the assumption that I can get it working. There's no guarantee that I can get it working, so fingers crossed I'm going to be able to actually play that. But good thing I kept the rockets, and the hunter killed me, damn. I stuck him with my own grenade and I died, which was just awful. So I think at this point I want to go back and get those rockets. Where are those rockets at? Well, I see the bodies. I think I'm seeing my body. There we go, there's the rockets. And so now we can carry on and beat the level, hopefully. So yeah, I remembered there was more rocket ammo back there, so filled up to max. Now we can get the hell out of here and carry on. So I hope you guys are enjoying the sort of post-commentary style of the playthrough. I can definitely tell you it's more effort to do it this way than it is to just provide live commentary. Now, something I did want to bring up and I haven't, regarding sort of problems with the playthrough that's happened so far. I think when the first play session, which this is still part of the first play session that me and my brother did of this game, that I sort of didn't select the audio tracks that I wanted, the Elgato game capture, which is what I used to record this footage. I didn't sort of specify in OBS which audio tracks I wanted the Elgato audio to record to. Oh, and guess what? Stealing the Banshee gets you an achievement, which is very good. And of course, my brother dies because I stole the Banshee. So yeah, I think that was another Master Chief Collection achievement. Try to kill the elites, blow those guys up, hopefully try and get James to respawn, so I need to sort of, you know, land near the bridge so he can respawn and carry on. I think I tried to take out the Wraith with the Banshee here. Oh, that's going to go as well as you think it is. But I was talking about something. What was I talking about? Yeah, that's the only issue as well. Oh yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the post commentaries, and something I wanted to say, yeah. So I was talking about Elgato and the fact that I didn't sort of deselect. Oh, I just died for no reason. That's just beautiful. I think the Wraith shot somehow hit me there, but bullshit. Anyway, so I was talking about yeah, the Elgato. How many times I'm going to say that? So I was talking about Elgato and the fact that I didn't actually deselect some of the audio tracks that the game audio records to. So typically what I would do is have the game audio record to one audio track but not any of the others, and then my commentary on a separate audio track but none of the others, so that way I can get the audio levels right in Adobe Premiere after the fact. What I haven't done for this sort of play session that you're seeing here was deselect the Elgato from the audio track that my commentary would have been recorded to. So in a way it's a good thing that I didn't do live commentary in this, because it would have been the case that the audio balancing would just, it could not have worked, because my audio would have been way too quiet, and you know, there's nothing I could have done about it. The game audio would be recorded to two audio tracks instead of one, and I didn't realise that. Oh, and James is dead, and we got hunters, so that's beautiful, and I think I sent him flying. So I'm trying to run away, find a safe spot for James to respawn. And there we go, he's back. So yeah, in a way, good thing I decided to do this as a post commentary and not do live commentary, because I would have been mad if we'd have done this play session, which I think this is actually the last level that me and my brother did of our first play session of Halo Campaign Evolved, which, as I said in a previous part, was the 28th of July, which is a bit of a long time ago, considering when this video is going to get uploaded. But I think I was debating with my brother whether or not to sort of continue to play this level or leave it for the next play session, but I think we just decided to go through it and play it anyway, so that's what we did. So yeah, parts 1 to 5 were done in one day, and James died again to the elite, so I'm trying to like teabag him for dying there. Oh yeah, I think as I said in a previous part, I don't know, I think it might have been the previous part, that if I miss a death or something, that would be bad, and let me know if I do. All I really do for that is just to skim through the video and try to see if there's any instance where one of us dies, and then just sort of drag the text that says what the death count is, just add one to it and carry on. And if we both die, then use a special version of the sort of text that indicates that we're both dead, which that's happened twice so far in the playthrough. And I don't think that's the last time either, spoiler alert, but we'll see. Am I lying about that, or am I misremembering? So we're coming up to the last sort of stretch. We've got to get up the tower here to get to the control room, which we've been assaulting our way through to get towards. And it's nice to know the home stretch is in sight, and we're going to be clearing it in the next few minutes. And I'm feeling my throat kind of like hurt at this point, and the worst part is I think the parts from here on out are going to be like at least half an hour long, so yeah, it's going to be really bad for my throat to try and do so many post commentaries in quick succession when I'm going to be talking for like an hour straight, or in like a day, or at least 2 half-an-hour sessions. So that's why I would want cutscenes in the middle of the levels. Like, I think the next level is going to do that. Going to have a nice little moment where I can sort of rest my voice, shall we say, because I know I'm in need of that. And of course there's more hunters, because why would there not be any fewer hunters in this part of the game? I don't know how many hunters we've come across. We must have come across like 10 hunters or something, or 10 pairs of hunters. Ridiculous. But I end up running out of rockets at this point, so if there's any more hunters, we're going to be in a bit of a spot of bother. But I remember there being something up at the top of this tower. Well, at least I believe there's something at the top of this tower, so let's go and see. There is absolutely nothing, so I must be getting that confused with 2 betrayals, which is going to be part 8 of the playthrough, which is not that far in the future if you think about it. But it's still probably going to be like an hour away in terms of the playthrough. There's a sword guy, but I stuck him, and he didn't die to that. That is not good. The sword elites can survive a grenade stick, apparently. So I believe those are the last few enemies, or if it wasn't, then the last few enemies are coming up, and then it's going to be the end cutscene. So I'm going to give my pleasantries. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed my ramblings. I need to rest my voice and shut up. Going through the door at the end here is going to end the mission. So next part's going to be 343 Guilty Spark, which will be the start of a new play session. I'll let you know when that play session was. And yep, let me know what you think about the video. Peace out, take care there, see you later, have a great day, and enjoy the cutscene. Very dark and spoopy, if I say so myself.
That's it. Halo's control center.
Giving off weird vibes for some reason. But anyway, yeah, I said I'll shut up, so here we go. Let Cortana and Chief talk it out. And yes, that is definitely Halo. Or is it Halo? Who knows?
No, that terminal. Try there.
But why? Well, we're going to see why.
Cortana?
What was that all about? What did Cortana do this time? I think the Chief's wondering. And why is she massive and piss yellow?
You alright?
Never been better. You can't imagine the wealth of information, the knowledge. So much, so fast. It's glorious.
Oh, is it now?
So what sort of weapon is it?
What are you talking about?
Let's stay focused. Halo. How do we use it against the Covenant?
This ring isn't a cudgel, you barbarian. It's something else. Something much more important.
Yes, something important, she says.
Covenant were right. This ring, it's Forerunner. Give me a second to access.
Alrighty then. Access what? Exactly.
Yes! The Forerunners built this place, what they called a fortress world, in order to... Wait. No, that can't be. Oh, those Covenant fools. They must have known that there must have been signs.
Slow down. You're losing me.
The Covenant found something buried in this ring. Something horrible. And now they're afraid.
Something buried? Where?
The captain. We've got to stop the captain.
Keys? What are
The
we...
weapons cache he's looking for. It's not really... We can't let him get inside.
I don't understand.
There's no time. Get out of here. Find Keys. Stop him.
Find Captain Keys.
Before it's too late.
Oh yes, before it's too late. We're gonna get to that in 343 Guilty Spark, the next level. That's where I'm rounding off the video. Let me know what you think. Take care though, peace out, see you later. Have a great day.